Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to what has become a rather annoyingly long sickness, but let's ignore that for the moment and focus on our project for today, where we are going to be doing mod merging. What has become a rather and let's see here. Well, so for those of you who are or are not aware, there is a new version of Xedit, and there is a new version of the mod merge plugin for Xedit. So let's start there, because they are incredibly new, they're great new versions. So we'll start there. This is the merge plugin Xedit script, version 1.8. You can find it on the Nexus with ID of 37981. I should endorse that since I do use it so much. And of course you're going to need the newest version of Xedit, which again you can get just the link here. So once you've downloaded Xedit and the newest version of the plugin, you're going to want to create a new folder for it. No. For me, I put that folder, let's see here, where am I going to find the right section for it to make things simpler for all of you. So once you have the new Xedit, you're going to want to have, well, when you unzip the file, you'll get this version of TestEdit. And of course you'll get the mod merge plugin, that one. I don't need that anymore. And you have the plugin here, and when you unzip its zip file, you will get these files. And you basically, I created another folder just to drop them all into, just so I had the originals untainted if I ever needed them. I created a new folder, and basically I just copied this folder, appended onto its name some additional text, and then literally dropped the contents of this into here. Then once you have created that folder, you're going to want to go into your mod organizer, go up to edit here, and link it into here. So you can see here I'm linking to the binary TestEdit from the folder with the mod merge plugin, and I called it Xedit with mod merge plugin 1.8. And once you've done that, you're ready to start merging mods. And the process is incredibly simple. Now I've already done some testing merging a couple of mods together, creating a trio of well, would it be a trio or quadrip? But the first mod I merged together using the new system basically adds bandit children, forsworn children, babies being held by their mothers, and fetis to Skyrim. And I had another mod that was similar to it, but as I was testing it, trying to make sure everything works before I merge them together, I was discovering it was crashing Skyrim, so I had to find where the flaw was in that, and it had to do with certain patches and certain requirements and whatnot. So I made a separate one just for that. So since those two are particularly finicky, I made a separate mod merging those two, which basically adds a store where you can buy the fat equipment, the remodeled armor for the fat body, and you can actually put it on a regular character. You don't need the fat body replacer. And a mod that adds pregnant women to the Skyrim, which I think adds a great deal of immersion. So anyway, we're going to go pop into SKSE, and I will show these two off in their merge form, because instead of having 5, well, say bandit, forsworn, baby mamas, that's 3. The Fat Bastards mod, that's 4. Welcome to Fat Bastards, that's 5. And Knocked Up, that's 6, count them, 6 mods that I've merged down to 2. It's pretty tame compared to the previous one I did with the 1.75 version where I merged 144 into 1, but you get the idea. Alright, so now since this is saved when I was testing the original as opposed to the merge, let's just make sure that it's all working right. I should be able to load into it since it's got the same data, but it might not because, you know, it's merge mods. Nope. Didn't like me going there and dropped me somewhere else. It dropped me randomly in Riften. I mean, not Riften, the Sleeping Giant Inn. Because that was from when I was testing the individual mods and not the merged mods. Toggle God mode, since we are doing mod testing. I literally just created the most generic character there is. And if we check the map, there should be, near Morthal, the Fat Bastard shop. And I can fast travel to it. It's automatically enabled for fast travel as per the mod. So we travel out here. There's Bark Meat. Yep, that's working right. Fat Bastards. Here's the shop. Gotta love the mannequin bug.
What are you looking at?
Let's do a save in here. Because if my guess is right, Mod Organizer sometimes doesn't activate BSAs you have checked. So you can see I've got them all checked in here, but if I go into Archives, what do you know? Fat version 2.bsa was not tagged, was not activated. So now if I go back into SKSC, or rather Skyrim with SKSC, we go and go to load, Fat Bastards. Now all the resources that Fat Bastards creates should be available. Now the one problem with mod merging is you will end up having IDs renumbered, so if you have items before you merged, you'll lose them all. But that's just the nature of mod merging. So there you go, you can see that Fatty is now working the way he's supposed to. And let's see. Player, let's see. Help gold 4. Player.add item 000000F. That much. Because it's good to have some gold, isn't it? Save, new save. As you can see, I'm wearing I have pretty standard Nord here.
What do you want? This better be good. Need something? Need something?
Maybe it's too late. You know, shops, they do have hours, but so even if the mod adds him, he might not have his audio enabled. He might not be working if it's too late. So let's go wait 12 hours. I should put it 10 a.m. If I go into Fat Bastards again, where are you, Fat Bastard? Was he outside and I missed him? This is the fun of mod merging, is making sure after you've merged your mods that everything is working correctly. So that's what we're doing right now. We're making sure that everything is working correctly. Alright, there's an easy way to deal with this if it's acting buggy because I went into it when it wasn't enabled properly. No, not that. Load. Let's go to my oldest load here where I actually have some other testing elements here. Skyrim. Some objects are not available. Good, that's fine. So we can also test some other stuff while we're in here. And of course, after we've tested these mods to make sure they're working the way they're supposed to, save. New save. We'll go into Lost Knife Hideout. Lost Knife Hideout. Where we should find the various mods to bandits and whatnot. Toggle God mode. And what we should find is amongst all the bandits, we should see some pregnant bandits, maybe a bandit carrying a baby, and some fat bandits. Of course, they're all going to try and kill me because I am not making any attempts whatsoever to hide. But that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so you're just a regular female bandit? You're a regular female bandit. Okay. And you're a regular male bandit. And you are regular male bandit. Go into Lost Knife Hideout. Let's see who is spawned in here. I can always... One place I've always found that's good for getting multiple types is Bleak Falls Barrow. So if I cannot find what I'm looking for in here, I can COC over to Bleak Falls, because they always have the good stuff there. You're a regular... Yep, just a regular woman. There. The knocked up mod is not in effect with you. You're a regular. Alright. COC Bleak Falls Barrow. And you want to make sure you test all your things properly. 01. There we go, there's a fat bastard right there. And what do we got here? They're not attacking me. We've got a couple of pregnant bandits in here. As you can see, they actually run away from you and they don't actually flag as aggressive on your map. So if you choose to kill pregnant women, that's up to you. They're not trying to kill you. And I don't think for bandit completion quests they actually flag either. Now we haven't seen any bandit children. Again, that's just the random list of NPCs being spawned. So let's see. Let's try Dudurak Redoubt, which is a Forsworn camp. Help. D-O-U-B-T. Redoubt. Hagrock. Dudurak Redoubt. Now we want to sell Hagrock, Dudurak Redoubt Exterior. So let's try this. COC DR UA DACH DOUBT XTRIOR. We'll go with 01 because I'm sure there's a 01. Or there's that. There we go. Now we should run into some Forsworn children. Again, it's the random number generator at work, so we may or may not. But look at that. Forsworn child.
I didn't think you had the stomach for it.
And let's see, where's another good bandit location? Embershard Mine? We'll try Embershard Mine. Actually, let's head in here just to see if any of these are going to be spawning with the, you know, baby mama knocked up and all that fun stuff. So we're going to take a look in the Rock Redoubt. Yep, standard guy. Standard guy. Standard guy. Here's a child. No ladies have spawned in this area. Alright, we're good. Well, we've taken a look to make sure that those things are showing up the way they're supposed to. Let's see. Help. Shard. Alright. COC EMBERSHARD Mine 01. We're now in Embershard Mine. This is a bandit location. Let's see if any of the signature bandits that we're looking for will show up. Nope, you're both fit. I think we've got a pretty good feel for everything we're looking for, but it doesn't hurt to give it another look. Oh, they're still following me. What are you? You're standard. Good old random number generator. Alright, so then our next course of action, because I know one NPC that always carries a baby, because I think those are hand-picked. So, COC Windhelm XTERIOR 01. Head into Windhelm. What we're basically looking for is, I think her name is Sadie, something like that. The beggar thief, basically. Also, Windhelm, since it has a lot of NPC guards and whatnot, we should see some fat bastards as well.
Eat our food, you pollute our city with your Refuse to help the Stormcloak.
Also, look here, Severus Athoran is pregnant in this particular load because the pregnancy, I think, is dynamic. It's random. It's a random piece of armor that's distributed to NPCs. Or it could be handpicked, I don't recall. And again, though, so we can see right there, she is carrying a baby. Kind of makes you feel sorry for her, doesn't it?
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Artino's...
Alright. I think we've checked a good section of this. Now the only other place left to check is to make sure Fat Bastards is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So we're going to go to Fat Bastards, south of Morthal, southwest of Morthal. You should find the shop.
Oh, did you need something?
And here is Melisandre, which is uses a pregnancy armor, but where is Fatty?
Oh, did you need something? Yes.
Alright. So let us wait 6 hours.
Oh, did you need something? Need something?
Store inventory is still not showing up, is it?
Yes. Huh? Hey! Watch it!
But I think she's going to work. So let's see if that gets her to pop up where she's supposed to be. And the dog is now through the floor. Where has she gone to? Now, the mod said it had merged properly, but that's why you do testing, to make sure everything merges the way you want it to. You cannot wait while enemies are nearby. Oh, well, she's in her bed,
Oh, did you need something?
but I cannot get her to sell me anything. I suspect it is working now. It's just acting. I'm just not finding the time when she's officially open. The shop is officially open. Sure, ask your question. That's why we have this session. I am here to answer your mod merging questions. Did I kill the dog with kill all? I killed the dog with kill all. Alright, well I think we've done enough testing here. We'll go back to my earliest save I have. Here in the abandoned prison. Oh, hush up, you stupid ghost. That is a very odd error. I've never seen that happen. When I merged them, let me go and tab. When I ended up merging mine with 1.85 or 1.8, and I went to the original source folders which had my original mods in them, not the merge sources folder, it would probably be this one. So like when I went to mods here, and I went to my original mods before they were merged, if I were to look and say this one, there would be like a test edit backup folder, and I just deleted that because it's literally just test edit making a backup during the mod merging process. And we will do an actual video of mod merging very shortly. I'm just making sure that this is working the way it's supposed to be working. Welcome to Fat Bastards Travel. Well, first of all, in order to have the merged ESP, you're going to have to close down Mod Organizer, because it's going to be put into your overwrite folder, but only after you've closed Test Edit and Mod Organizer, and then you just move it. I'll show you when we do a mod merge. I just want to make sure that this is working the way it's supposed to, which I don't think which it may or may not be. But that's fine. The shop was more for aesthetic purposes than anything for me. There. Yeah, good enough. Tab. Quit. I can figure out why the shop is not actually bringing up the shop dialog at another time. We have more important things to do, like doing our mod merging for an actual mod merge example. So today's mod merging is we're going to be merging together these items. So let me go and actually select them all, because you should because when you're doing this, Mod Organizer would the test edit would prefer that the folder that you're going to merge everything into is empty. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure this folder is empty. And I'm going to actually go back here because I want to get the name so I can actually make a folder which has my backups for reference, mod merge sources, as you can see here. Mod organizer. I made a folder where I have all of my merged files, originals, if I ever need to reference them. So we've made that folder. We've got the original. We're going to go to unchecked. And we want to take a look at unchecked, and we want to see here, okay, what mods are we going to merge together? That's armor, which I should probably put into my other armor mod. Let's see here, but we're actually looking for accessories. So again, the first thing you want to do is make sure all the accessories will work in and of themselves before you merge them. So that's the first thing we're going to do. I just got to find where they all are. I don't think they're case sensitive because it's going to basically copy, it's basically going to replicate everything, and I don't think Skyrim itself, when it comes to like the meshes folder and the textures folder, cares about the case. And that's where most of your stuff is going to be. If you have custom folders within those, where you have like say the pregnancy armor has its own subfolder within meshes, that might be case sensitive because of how the mod itself is referencing them, but I don't think there's case sensitivity. Let's see, not book covers of Skyrim. Bracelets by Erakuza. So you want that one to be part of our merge mod. Not the circlets with helms. I've never had a problem with having to rename any folders, so I don't think it's case sensitive. But really, you shouldn't have to tinker with anything. It's a very quick process when you're using the Mod Merge plugin that we're talking about today. So you really shouldn't have to do anything manually, aside from move the merged ESP into your new master folder. The Mod Merge plugin handles pretty much everything else on its own, which is why I recommend it. Now let's say ABCDEFG, Dragonfire, Dramatic Clouds, Dread Tentacles. Come on, there is going to be something. Now let's see. Let's toss that one in there. The Dwemer and Ancient Nordic Coins. I have more than one ESP now. I'll consider that all part of accessories. Let's see, we have bracelets, we have face masks of Skyrim. This is going to be a tricky one. So I got to find the right one, and since it uses, you can use multiple item slots. So we'll toggle this one, we'll toggle this one. And how is this one treated? Optional ESPs. So here, when you're merging something like this, you're going to have to figure out beforehand what item slot you want to use. So I'm actually going to ignore that until I can find the right item slot. We don't want face mask. S-C-A-R. No, S-C-A-R. S-C-A-R. Scarves of Skyrim. Alright. Scars of Skyrim. Okay, so we've got those two ESPs. We did bracelets. We did. Do we have earrings? Ear ring. So we're gonna do those again. This uses 2 versions, so we'll deal with that on a separate date when we figure out which one is the slot we want to use. But we'll just put in H69's earrings first, and like we did scars, we did bracelets, we did rings. Left-handed rings. Let's merge in left-handed rings as well. Optional ESP. Alright. And then we have wedding rings by Escuela, which will have to be done separately. I think, since I always use the Show Race Menu Fix ring, we'll toss that one into this mix as well. And let's see what else. Time stop and time slow with a ring. No. Morrowind Artifacts of Old. No, this is a tricky one. Because we're trying to figure out what we're all going to merge together, so we've got to figure out what we want to use, right? But we have to test them all first. Rings of Old, Morrowind. So what does this add? Rings the Khajiit, increases speed, muffle. Ring of the Finemaster, Vampiric Ring, Warlock Rings. And this one is called the Ring of Khajiit. Turns you invisible, muffles you, and gives you Night Eye. And this other version of Ring of Khajiit, which one are we going to be using? So we're not going to use that one because we got duplicate ones. Remove mod. Yes. Rings of Old. So it does give them an invisibility spell, while this one gives you, turns you invisible, muffles you, and gives you Night Eye. Let's go with Rings of Old instead of this one, because this one seems a little bit more overpowered. Remove mod. Rings of Old. I don't like to have duplicate mods. So we've got these two, because these are our accessories. Alright, so it's craftable at a forge. It's technically a cheat item. But I'll add it to my mix anyway. So we've done rings, we've done earrings, we've done bracelets. Again, I don't do anything in the CK. I'm doing everything through the Mod Merge plugin. So I am completely hands-off on the CK when it comes to my mod merging. Alright, so this just replaces Erica's wedding rings. I have a feeling that if I were to merge these into a mod and then activate one of these, it would overwrite it, but I don't want to take that risk just yet. We'll do it at some point in the future. So we've done rings, we have done scars. What have we got selected, actually? Alright, so let's go here, see if there's anything else of note to merge into this one big mod we're going to be doing for accessories. Actually, I'm going to leave them as the mods were because I'm going to test them. I'm going to test them first to see if they work the way they work all right in the game. Then I'll just merge them together. All right, I'm going to merge in Weightless Elder Scrolls. Well, actually, I'd probably put that in a fix mod. Webs, weapon and armor fixes, wear robes over armor. Don't want to have that as a merge mod. Wands of Skyrim. It's a very quick and dirty type of mod merging we're doing, so to speak. But it does what it needs to do. Unlocked grip. Umbrellas. Yes, let's put umbrellas into it. Because that's all going to be part of our accessories mod. Nexus info. Treasure crafting. Yes, that should work. Because what treasure crafting does, it allows you to take all the to basically craft stuff with basically treasure. Gold, jewels, and whatnot. So we'll merge that in. Again, these mixes may not be what other people enjoy, but they are what I like to do. So. I think we're getting to the end of everything that would make sense to merge into this one mod of accessories. I can't really see anything else in here that strikes my notice as a accessory. Snow White crown, that would probably count. I consider that an accessory. Of course, as with all things, you usually find out after the fact that you've wanted to merge in more things, but whatever. I think I've got a pretty good selection for this particular new merged patch that we're going to make. Because we have got, for our accessories only mod, some rings. We have got bracelets, earrings, scarves. Pretty good selection of things. We've got umbrellas. Yeah, pretty good. Alright. So first of all, we want to make sure everything is selected here. We want to make sure that its BSA files are selected here. I'm going to move this off screen so I can reference it when I actually launch Skyrim. Unlock. Move it over. That's right outside of the abandoned prison. It added silver ring left. Yep, good. And let's see here. Help. Earring. Those are HTTP files. We've got the golden creoles in here. player dot add item. I'll just do the first one. 12000 D631. That has a golden creel. Let's see. Help. Bracelet. Wow, I misspelled bracelet. Wow. Wow, I cannot spell bracelet right, can I? Alright, so it has a left and a right one, so we'll take a look at adding one of each. 0 E00 D64. Did I misspell it? I probably did. Oh, it's 3 zeros, that's why. Let's try it again. See what I am misspelling. 0. Oh. And we want to add 12cc. So let's see. We've added left-hand rings. We've added bracelets. Treasure. So let's see. Help. Coin. Ancient Norn coin and ancient and Dwemer coin. So we'll do player.add item 0f 002 f9 a. We'll add 10. And we're looking for Dwemer coin. That adds Dwemer coins. We had bracelets. We had earrings. We had Dwemer coins. Let's see. Ring of Change. Actually, I probably shouldn't use Ring of Change because I use the show race menu fix, so I won't actually worry about the Ring of Change. Let's see. Scarves. Help. Scarves. C-A-R-F. Scarf. Let's see. We'll add, I don't know, Winterhold Ice Scarf. Just a random scarf. $1,000. 23 D2. And let's see here. Help. Ring. Actually, it should be ring of. Ring of. Change and sync move. Vampire. Erudite. Where's the ring of the Khajiit? Let's try that. Ring of the Khajiit. Okay. Player dot add item 16002 302 1. And we have the time stop and time slow, so help of time. Time. Slow time rings, time stop ring. Okay, so we're going to do those two and add them to our inventory to make sure the originals all work the way we want them to. 000 D64 18000 D64. We got those, good. They're showing up just fine. The Creoles can be equipped. Can't see them on this guy, of course. we go. And there it is. We can see it. We can actually see it now. It's not covered up by his hair. Gold sapphire bracelet. So we cannot wear these two simultaneously unless you're wearing a mod. Ooh, that's not good, is it? I am armless. So the bracelets mod. Something I am not going to be merging together because clearly it's broken. And I'll have to debug it at some point in the future because, ooh boy. And let's see here. Does a silver ring left work? Toggle free camera. Where is it? Alright, that works. We have the slow time ring, which actually shows up as a ring properly. If we unequip it, time stop ring. So those work the way they're supposed to. Whiterun gold short scarf. That works just fine. What else? The Ring of the Khajiit. We want to test that. Shroud of the Thief added. Toggle free cam. You can see the Ring of the Khajiit on the actual hand. We've got a speed buff. Just to make sure everything will work fine. I'll put a see if we can put the silver ring on the other hand. We can. Exit. And we had a power that was added. Shroud of the Thief. So Ring of the Khajiit is working just the way it's supposed to. Let's see if we can find some bad guys to fight. Alright, this actually will be good because we can see the goats moving. We'll activate the slow time ring and see what happens. They're definitely moving slow. If we move to the time stop ring, looks pretty stopped to me. So we have tested what we needed to test. Everything is looking the way it should, with the exception of the bracelets, because the bracelets are clearly not working the way we want them to work, so we will not merge them into this patch. Bracelets shall remain separate. I did not test Snow White's crown, or treasure crafting, or the umbrellas. So I probably should have done that, but I think we're in pretty good shape irregardless. Time slow, time stop. This one I'll never use because I use the show race menu fix. This one, remove mod. Don't want to ever accidentally collect that one. Alright, so we've got our selection of mods. Exit it with mod merge plugin, run. Pulls it up. I do not need any of these. Just want to make sure I've got the right ones. Left-hand rings, slow time ring, umbrellas, treasure crafting, Snow White crown. Okay. Another thing they have to keep in mind when it comes to cleaning edits is sometimes the dirty edits are required for some mods to work, so I tend not to worry about them as long as Skyrim itself will run. Load is finished. Apply script. Merge plugins version 1.8. Click OK. Now, when the first time you've got the merge plugin, it will actually pull up this before anything else. But you can choose. You can go to it anytime by clicking on that gear icon, and it will tell you these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it I want to merge it into LLX merge, scarves, bracelets, and such forth. We click save. Again, I'm making sure that I have got all the right ones selected. Click OK. Create a new file, of course. And this is LLX merge, scarves, S-C-A-R, scarves, coins, etc. Okay. Don't worry, it did not crash, just for some reason it tabbed out. As you can see, preparing merged file, elapsed time, apply script is done, it merged all of them together. We've got the file here. Now we just close down test edit, click OK. When I close down mod organizer, you'll notice here in the mod organizer overwrite folder is my merge file. You notice it's copied all the BSAs and README files here. I am actually going to remove the README files because I'm going to create my own README file. I have got just the BSA files that it copied through. Copy in my merge mod. Well, technically I should have moved in my merge mod, but yeah, and let's see. Here is my sources folder. Let's open up mod organizer once again, just so I can reference the names we have selected. Alright, so again, I'm just trying to get the name right now. I'm just looking for what names they are. Dungeon Treasure. So I'm going to go to merge scarves. Merge with, that's my merge into folder. This is my mods folder, which has all of the originals. So if I can just organize these in such a way that they're all visible on the one monitor, so I can still monitor the chat on my other monitor, that would be great. Alright, so we are looking for, in here, dungeon treasure. Dungeon treasure, there we go. Now I'm not going to move them directly because you should close Mod Organizer first so that it doesn't have, you know, issues with you pulling stuff out while you're still looking at the list. So I'm going to use Control Select. I've got the dungeon treasure. We're looking for, I should have done by name, shouldn't I? A, B, C, D, E, F. Where is H, I, J, K? H ends earrings. We're looking for left-hand rings. H, I, L, L. Where the heck is L in here? K, L. I passed it, didn't I? Because it's L-E. Keep passing it. I bet you were all saying that in the chat. You passed it 3 times! Now we're looking for Rings of Old. L-M-N-O-P-Q-R-S. Yes, I can be blind at times. Rings of Old, Morrowind artifacts. Scarves of Skyrim. Snow White Crown. SN, 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 SN. I passed it, didn't I? Because I'm an idiot. Snow White Crown. Then we need time stop and time slow. So we're looking for T-I-M-E. And I pass it again because I'm an idiot. Time slow, time stop. Treasure crafting version 2. Good, I selected that one easily enough. We want umbrellas as well. I pass it again. Those all the ones I need to select are selected. Close down Mod Organizer. Right click. Cut, put it into my source folder, paste, And now what I'm going to go into do is here, you'll see the test 5 edit backup folders. I'm just going to delete them because this is our original files. This is our original sources. So we don't actually need to worry about the backups because these are the untainted sources, basically. We're just saving them as a backup in case we ever need to reference them for whatever reason in the future. Now that we have them backed up into our, basically our sources folder, and that now that we have them in our, we have created our merged file over here in LLX. Where is it? Scars, bracelets, and other accessories. One ESP. We've taken all of the ones that we had before in here. So we took, how many ESPs have we merged together this time? 1 ESP. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 mods are going to be are now merged into one. But we're not quite done yet. Not quite done. So we're going to do a new file, text document, readme. And basically what I'm going to do in here is just make notes of what we merged, because that'll make it easier in the future. And since we have the meta files here from Mod Organizer, that makes life easier. This mod is a merge of let's just copy these. Should be make things a little bit easier. Mod ID version 2. Dungeon Treasure version 2. Immersive version. Again, open up the meta file. I actually don't need a reference to that. We just say immersive version. Yes, and I know we have not actually tested this in-game, but since we merged it, we need to make sure our merge notes are proper. So that's what we're doing first. We're making sure our merge notes are proper. Left-hand rings. Because then we will go in and make sure they're working. Because once you've merged them, you really can't unmerge them. So, you know, if anything is broken, you basically have to start over from scratch. If anything isn't working the way you want, you basically have to start over from scratch. So, this is, I'm just gonna, this one doesn't have a very useful name, so we'll say Morrowind Artifacts for Skyrim. Metafile. Getting there, getting there. I think we're about halfway done. Snow White's crown. Metafile. Newest version, version F1, category, installation file. Time stop, metafile. Now it should be noted that these are used for your own personal use. So no, if you happen to like my particular collection of merge mods, they will not be available. The merge patch will not be available on the Nexus until I've had a chance to talk with the mod authors and say, yeah, I've merged all your mods into one. Do you mind if I create a mod entry? We're using 1.8. And again, I don't really care too much about removing plugins, because basically the way I use merge mods is all these things that I use in my game is... so basically if it has a required plugin, like for example, Fat Bastards requires the XMP skeleton. Well, I always use the XMP skeleton anyway, because I use them for because he's used for about a dozen other things that I'm using. Or for example, another mod might require the HTT physics extension. Well, I'm using the HTT physics extension for other things as well than just one mod. So I merge them together so I have less ESPs. I'm not trying to get rid of plugins. All I really care about is not having 11 ESPs for tiny little things like one armor, one bracelet, or well, technically not one bracelet, but you get the idea. So you know, so I can have more prominent mods like Moonlit Tales in my load order, as opposed to having to save 5 spots just for 5 sets of armor. And then I can't use those 5 spots for the 5 ESPs you need for Skyrie or something. That's primarily why I do mod merging. It's not so I can merge, like, you know, all of Skyrie into one super mod. It's so I can merge a bunch of smaller pieces into one that will be playing alongside. For those of you who are new, I'll give the spiel anyway. For those of you who are new to our little show here, if you tickle that subscribe or that follow or even the stream tip button, a pop-up will appear on the screen. And if you check our logs, you will see that I've actually played a heavily modded Skyrim, and my heavily modded Skyrim currently is running close to 400 mods thanks to mod merging. And again, like as you can see right here, there was no errors. If an error pops up, like for example, one of my mods I did with 1.75 failed in mod merging, so I just included the masters in my merge patch. So like I had one mod that had a bunch of equipment, but it didn't merge together the craftable crowns, like the ebony crown and stuff like that. So I just left the original patches for ebony crown in there. Basically, the idea I go with is if there's a conflict, leave the original in there, but still have your folders all in there. So it again, it's all just to reduce the clutter on my system. Newest version, category, installation file. This is treasure crafting, V2. And we have one more we're merging into this one. Umbrellas. Metafile. File. Save. I want to close this because I'm actually going to be renaming this because the name itself is no longer valid. It's no longer applicable because we don't actually have bracelets. We have scarves, BR umbrellas, left hand rings, etc. And I'll go over here to the same thing. This is why you do it with Mod Organizer closed, because renaming folders can cause Mod Organizer to have a bit of an issue. And I didn't put a space between left-hand rings, did I? There. And I misspelled umbrellas. umbrella. See, enter. Go back here. So this is our Mod Organizer mod with our merged patch. And now if we open up Mod Organizer, since we moved those mods out of there, Mod Organizer will not be able to find them. It will delete. See? ESP is not found down in the corner. And then it goes and updates here. So go back to checked. And we're going to go and do a look under unchecked for LLX, because that is who I am. And we're going to go to umbrellas, left-hand rings, so on and so forth. It's showing up right there where it's supposed to. Good. Make sure that any BSAs are selected. Yep, the BSAs are selected. If I open it up in Mod Organizer, we will see here a README. It does have these original READMEs for deeper into the structure, but as you can see here, this mod is a merge of all of these. Very good and useful. My older ones that I did don't actually have that. So like for example, if we look at this one, which is a relatively new one, this mod combines those four. This one combines those. But if we look at LX fixes, I have no text files. If I look at, say, LX merge armor and weapons, Mod Organizer, stop throwing a hissy fit. Close the program, cancel. Hopefully that's not a bad sign that my armor and weapons mod that I made with 1.75. Oh, nope. It just took a while to load, because you can see here I've got all of the original readmes in here. So I'm actually going to end up redoing this one probably in the near future. This one I'm going to do a bit of a merging on it, because if you look in its ESPs, I've got merged Dominion and unique radiant and party clothes, which kind of went buggy on me, so I had to put that back in there. If we go again to weapons and armor, I'm going to regret that because it has so many things that it has to load in its data file. All the more reason to clear out all the text files from it. But if we look in the optional ESPs, we have all of these in here. So I'm going to try and combine these together. So I'll be able to free up 4 ESP slots. Probably throw those 2 in there as well, after I've had a chance to look at them in-game. In any case, we are now looking at scarves, umbrellas, so on and so forth. And actually, while I am here, LLX merge, scarves, that's the mods. Where's my LLX armor? Let's just do it right now. We're going to go to do a sort by type. Get rid of all of these text files. And we'll go into screenshots? No. Because I'm an idiot, and I didn't realize there's already a screenshots folder. Up, 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 up. Hurry up, Windows. Go to the top. Put it into screenshots. Yes, thank you. A little bit of mod cleanup there. Alrighty. So now we're going to test the scurves, umbrellas, and so forth. I want to go to my merge mod here. But not that one. We want to go to the one we just made. This one. Because I want to open up. It's going to be off screen because obviously Skyrim's going to take up the full screen. But that way I can reference what I'm merging in for testing, just like we did before. And we're going to go to SKSE, and we're going to go run. And I'll be merging a few different mods, so we'll be going through this process a few times. So you guys will get plenty of experience seeing this. Brandon Prison. This one is right outside. Yes. I'm not loading again like the one we had before because this will change all the form IDs. Usually changes all the form IDs. But you can see it add a silver ring right away. And I am somehow managed to click out of Skyrim again. Wow, I really clicked out of Skyrim. There we go. It's on the left hand, just the way it's supposed to be. And we want to go here to show race menu alternative and make our Baldy again. You don't get hair, sad face. You do not get hair. Sad face. Probably should have had an extra A, but whatever. Comedy aside, sad face. I can see your ring. All right, good. Treasure crafting. So let's do a quick, well, just COC over to Riverwood. No. Sad face. Stop acting up. COC. Where's a good place with a forge? So I can see if the treasure crafting stuff is available. White Run and yeah, maybe. Let's go to Windhelm because we know that one works. Windhelm exterior 01. So the first one we're checking is Dungeon Treasure, which we forgot to do last time. Not that we can do much about it since we merged it into this mod anyway. Yes. Let me use the blacksmith's forge. Oh, there's the earrings. So I'm happy that they're showing up there. And there's treasure crafting right there. Gold plate armor.
Hammers don't have legs.
Did you look behind you?
See, steel ingot, gold ingots, leather straps. Okay.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I think.
And I can see the left-hand rings are in there. Good, I'm happy.
Best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change.
Snow White's crown, right there. Again, happy that it's showing up there. I don't need to do more complex testing than that.
Metal hammer. Pleasure to see you as well in the ranks. What can I do for you?
And there's the time stop ring and the slow time ring. They're showing up. All right, good. The only thing we can't check right away. Oh, there's the scarves. Good. Now, can I see umbrellas in here? So I don't know if umbrellas are craftable. Yeah, that's fine. I can always add the umbrella via the console. So I'll add the umbrella via console. I will add the Ring of the Khajiit via console. And I shall add the coins via the console. Now here, if I'm not mistaken,
Get to see Ulfric up
it
close.
probably won't show me, but gold ingots I can make from gold ore. Good enough. Now, console. Help. DWE Dwemer. Wow. Dwemer coin purse. Ammo. Page up. Dwemer coin, yes. Player dot add item 0E 002 F9 B 100 100 help Nord coin, which I probably should have put in Nord coin. Ancient Nord coin. Alright. E29A. Alright. So, help. Umbrella. Yeah, let's go with the wolf skim. No, those are all light items, so. So, I'll have to check the mod to see how you use umbrellas, but they're in there, that's for sure. And let's see what else. Help of Ka. Ring of Khajiit. Player dot add item. We only want one of them, of course. 002 302. Wow. Sometimes I'm an idiot, aren't I? So I put the Ring of the Khajiit on. Got the Dwemer and the ancient Nordic coins. And there's the coin. There it is, right there. Shroud of the Thief.
Hermir's become a decent smith.
And I am now wearing the Ring of the Khajiit. It has all been merged together. Wonderful. We have success. Quit. Desktop. Yes. Alright, so we have another merge we're going to be doing in a moment. An older one. But first, I want to check the umbrella mod and how I'm supposed to use it. Because I'm an idiot. I want to make sure that it's not like broken or something. Read me. Umbrellas. Umbrellas. There we go. So it's saying you have to use that to add it. So you can't actually craft them, which is fine. It's more of a aesthetic thing that I wanted included. But let's give it a test, shall we? Let's see if we can find umbrellas in Windhelm.
Come here where you're not wanted. Eat our food.
Keyword lick it. I don't think I can just add a light item. I think it has to be considered a weapon or something, but we'll give it a try. It looks like it's under 0E, so we'll give that a try. Player.add item 0E 001 2D11. Oh, that's listed as a blue scarf. Two 886. There we go. So I can add a item that's classified as a light item. Oh, because it's classifying it as a torch. That's why.
You refuse to help us.
But there we go. One umbrella.
Because it's not our fight. Maybe the
Stop clicking at a Skyrim.
Imperial spies.
I'm blocking with an umbrella. I am blocking with an umbrella. I am blocking with... Now, just out of morbid curiosity. Nope. It's going to treat it as a shield, so you only can treat it in one hand. I am blocking with an umbrella. Blocking with an umbrella.
Every night, I walk around the great
Okay.
border.
Enough messing about. Enough putzing about. So those have been merged together. Now our next merge that we're going to do is going to be a merge of something we've merged previously, kinda sorta. We're going to be looking here at this one, which should open just fine now, I think. Since I cleared out all the readmes. Then again, it's a rather large mod with 144 sub-elements in it. Yeah, it's all on the... But still, it opened faster. But this is the one I want to merge. So we're going to go into Xedit with Mod Merge plugin 1.8. Go to Run. And I'm an idiot, because I didn't even select it. Just in case it causes errors because I'm selecting it after the fact. I am being such a missing masters. No. So what's this one saying it's missing a master for? The HDT high heel, so I gotta make sure that one's selected. HDT high heel system. Alright. Now that one is happy. Now we're just waiting for that to finish its load. While it's doing that, I'm gonna go prepare some food. And by prepare food, I mean throw beans into a slow cooker and turn it to high so they can warm up. Because they're technically already cooked, but they're still cold. So I want them to be hot beans. Alright, the background loader is finished. Now, when I tried to merge these four previously with 1.75, it failed. So let's try it now with 1.8. And for this, we're just going to go and put it in, oh, I don't know, mods. I should probably merge them all together, but let's just merge the crowns, and let's see. Because I gotta find a good folder to put it into, so give me a second to find a good folder to throw them all into. Yeah, sure. More player races, because that one's going to be empty in a second. Put tildes on the ones that have nothing in them aside from the source files. Merged, so more robes and clothing retextures. We'll put it in there. Mods. More robes and clothing retextures. Now let's see, everything else is fine. Click save. And we're just gonna say LLX merged craftable crowns. Let's click Show Details. Oh boy. Test Edit did not like that. But it's doing its job. Can't fault it for that. It's doing its job. There aren't actually any errors showing. At least I'm not seeing any. I've seen contain sub-record. Oh, I see what you see. The errors here. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I could never get those four to merge together before. Let's go to the original one, which is LLX Armors and Weapons. Where's our merge folder? I mean, it looks like it's copied everything into the merge folder that it needs to copy. But did it actually create? It has not created the overwrite folder file yet, the ESP. I'm kind of scared when it freezes up like this. Now granted, it's only for creating a new mod, but still. I'd like to have some idea of what it's doing. Alright, I'm going to force this one close the program. Probably because it has so many files it has to copy anyway, which is what caused the problem. So we're going to try that one again. So you can see it did copy everything through here, but that's kind of redundant since the actual source file that it would be pulling from, clear that one out. If we actually look at the one I pull it from, it's already got everything in here. Don't need readmes. Don't need FOMod. Don't need docs, because I want to be building my own. We'll go back to this one as our drop folder. Once more into the breach. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. Apply script, merge plugins. Another window should pop up in just a moment with the gear. The gear is there. We've told it to put it into that one. We don't need to copy the general assets this time because we already have the general assets and we're basically just trying to merge these 4 ESPs down into one for the original file. Save. Okay. Create new file. LLX merge craftable crowns. And notice how much faster that was, as I didn't have to copy all those files through. Errors were found. Errors were found. Lots of errors were found. But as you can see, errors were found. However, it did its job. LX merge craftable crowns. Close this. Okay. Again, close that because we're tinkering. Now let's see here. There's nothing in here, which makes sense because we didn't throw anything in there. But if we look in the overwrite folder, LLX merge craftable crowns has been created. And if we go over to our mods, LLX armor and weapons, we can throw it in here and we can delete these 4. And we have just freed up 3 ESP files. And let's see, what other ones do we need to merge in? So this one needs a merge. I need to merge in these 2 together. So we'll do that. We'll do Amidian-born plus uniques. All right. We'll throw it into the same file. This one, I don't mind doing a proper all-together merge because it's all it is retextures. It doesn't add any new items. All it does is change the path to the textures for certain items. So this one won't actually break my game with the equipped items because all it's going to do is change around the textures and the mesh paths. Go to checked. LX merged weapons and armor. You can see it's down there. And of course, we've got all of these lovely things I have to re-enable. Or I can just do... No, wait, where is it? I guess there isn't an enable all option. Unless I'm being stupid and can't remember how to do it. And let's see. So then we do our LLX merges again. This one has how many ESPs? 2? I'll be fine with those. The fixes has 1. Actually has these optional ESPs, doesn't it? So let's go take a look at the fixes folder. Overwrite mods, overwrite mods. LX fixes. Actually, there's a couple other things I want to throw into LLX fixes, so let's just do it all as one big batch. LLX fixes mod. Make sure that the BSAs are selected. Female Khajiit tail fix. Goldar amulet fix and boost. Female facial animations fix. Eyes normal map fix. Dead body collision fix. Dual dagger power attack speed fix. Clothing and clutter fixes. Let's not look at the word fix. Let's actually look at them as they're properly sorted. And we're going to sort them by their Nexus IDs. Okay, descaled uniques. Throw a bunch of these all into one fix mod. That's redundant because I have different mods that do the same thing. Sure, why not? Well, probably not. That's considered Well, I consider that an armor retexture, so that wouldn't be in my fixes mod, so much remove mod, because I'm going to be using Moonlit Tales. That I consider a fix. I'm not sure about how I feel about that, plus I want to test an alternate to that. No Bethesda logo in menu. That I consider a fix. No menu loading smoke. That I consider a fix. That I consider a fix. That I consider a fix as well. That I consider a fix. That I consider a fix. I'm going to throw that into fix as well, because it's actually useful for when the game is buggy to be able to fix NPCs by changing their outfits. Snow White Vampires, I consider that a fix. What you may consider a fix and what I consider a fix, of course, not always the same thing. Those I both consider fixes, so we'll merge those in. What is face light? Again, I guess that's a useful fix. I'll toss that in there. Proper aiming is definitely a fix. I put that in all of mine, so it's definitely a fix to merge in. That one is redundant. I think I have a different mod that does the same thing. I'm going to throw this into my fix as well, just as a precaution. So we'll just toss that in just as a caution. Hug me. I could throw that into my fix. Better stealth AI. I think I'll leave that out, because sometimes that's kind of buggy. I think that's actually taken care of by another mod, so I'm going to leave it out. That one actually doesn't add anything, does it? So no reason to merge it in. Consistent older people. Definitely want to merge that one in. Definitely should merge that in because I use that quite a bit. I love that mod, but I'm not going to merge it to a fixes mod. I love footprints, but again, I won't merge that into a fixes mod because it's kind of special. Usable sawmills, definitely merging that into a fixes mod. I'll leave that with the other sneak stuff. I'll leave that one out. Leave that one out. Run for your lives definitely needs to be merged in because I always use run for your lives. I also use one vampire's attack. Does run for your lives have an update? If I'm going to be merging them in, I should make sure that they're the most updated versions. So let's pull that open. .04. Changes. Yeah. So we added an MCM menu. Okay. Run for your lives, manual, okay. Replace. What's this one? Light ebony armor set. Nope, that's different. Clanking armor. Definitely a fix to merge in. And for those of you who are actually curious, Nightbot, who is in our chat here, allows you to actually queue up your own music. Just type exclamation point, song request, and then the YouTube or SoundCloud URL. So if you want more than just the silence while we're doing all this and you want to put in your own music, have a go. What is this one? Yeah, I'll test that one first before I merge it in. Potion Combiner, definitely want to merge that one in because I use that a ton.